nervous saying it. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Good. The voice of radio reporter Charlie Pellet, so reassuring. Charlie then heard a young comedian imitate his mantra. It went viral, and the MTA offered her a gig. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson has that story.
Yes, I'm speaking to you.
This is an exclusive look as Molly Clark hears her own voice inside a New York City subway station for the first time.
That's just bizarre, but I love it.
This all started as a joke. The NYU grad, who's a comedian and writer, in an elevator imitating the voice you hear in the subway.
This is a northbound elevator with connections on 2, 3.
On a serious note, Molly tells me she was also doing this because while riding on a packed train, she passed out and was terrified to step foot back in the subway. This was a form of exposure therapy, a mock scenario.
I had never experienced claustrophobia, so I had this weird experience, and then I am simulating it in the elevator, and I did the subway voice because I don't think you realize that voice actually is calming.
Well, after Molly posted the skit on TikTok, it went viral, and Charlie Pellet, the man whose voice really does play in the subway, he sent her this message.
Delighted and honored that you would choose to imitate me. It made me laugh out loud.
I was just like, what in the world? Because, first of all, I thought it was a robot. I didn't think it was a real person.
Oh, that's not all. The MTA got wind, invited Molly to headquarters, showed her the ropes, and let her record her own announcement.
It's like NASA. Like, you feel like it's the space station. This is controlling all of New York, and it makes you feel really safe.
I asked Molly about doing voiceover. She said if you're looking, she's game. As for her family, their thoughts?
Honestly, I think my grandma made me more excited because she lives in New York. My parents were just like, what the heck? They're very proud. How could you not be?
Molly says they're along for the ride.
Stay safe, and thank you for riding with us.
Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
That's pretty cool.
Look at that. And the therapy worked for her, you know?
Yeah.
She became the calming voice, and it distracted her from feeling that claustrophobic. Have you guys ever felt claustrophobic? Ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? What happened? What was going on?
I was in a store and the music was playing really loud and I felt like there were a lot of people. I was probably 15 years old.
It's a bad feeling.
Jeff, let's talk about this. So then what happened after that? I mean, take us through that moment and how
Do you have a couch?
Yeah,
Do you have a couch
that's what
in
it
here
is.
that I can lie down on?
I mean, it is wild that that's what started that, and now she's in the subway.
I love
Yeah,
it.
That's so cool.
So good.
And the calming voice of Charlie Pellet. I met him one time at an event and I realized I recognized his voice from somewhere, and then I put two and two together.
That's awesome.
Here's a look right now off to the east. A little bit of sun on the horizon there, but also some high clouds beginning to filter in. That temperature 46 degrees, a northeast wind coming in 6, gusting up to about 17 miles per hour, making these numbers in the 40s feel more like they're in the middle to upper 30s in some cases. 44 at Newark, 43 at Teterboro right now, 40 at White Plains. We're in between wardrobes at this time of the year, and you definitely get a trend towards some warmer clothing today. 39 Newburgh, 38 at Sussex, 35 at Monticello. You get mid-40s down the shore and onto Long Island. The wind vectors coming in from the north right now, funneling that cold air right down the Hudson Valley. At the same time, there's some high clouds coming in from the south, and that's connected to a little system over the Delmarva right now with some rain shower activity. And some of these showers can get in here by later on today, especially south of New York City, and then definitely across the entire area overnight tonight. Let's talk about the tropics. We have Epsilon, Hurricane Epsilon, moving way out into the open waters of the Atlantic Ocean. But overnight, while you were asleep, Tropical Storm Zeta, the 6th letter of the Greek alphabet, formed here over the northwestern Caribbean. This can become a Category 1 hurricane as it enters the Gulf of Mexico. Like, they need another storm, right? The central Gulf Coast could get a landfalling either minimal hurricane or strong tropical storm on Wednesday. And then the moisture from this, the rainfall, can get in here to the tri-state area on Thursday. Maybe some heavy downpours from that. Futurecast showing by noontime temperatures right around the 50-degree mark. Still some breaks of sun by that point, but the clouds really thicken during the afternoon. And even as early as, say, 2 or 3 o'clock, you might get some rain shower activity working its way into far southern parts of the viewing area down over southern Ocean County. Some of that could even get into the city by around, say, sunset, by around 6 p.m. But definitely overnight tonight, a little bit of light rain at times, kind of a damp start tomorrow, damp and dreary. And then during the afternoon, just mostly cloudy. Could even still be a couple of showers left over north of New York City. So we check out that AccuWeather forecast for today. Noticeably cooler, sunshine giving way to clouds, maybe that little bit of rainfall entering areas south of New York City by late in the day. And then overnight tonight, cloudy and damp with rain at times. That low only going down to 50, so not nearly as chilly tonight. Damp in the morning tomorrow, otherwise mainly cloudy. That high getting up to 59. Tuesday's a cloudy day. Could be a passing shower, mainly during the afternoon, about 54. Partially sunny on Wednesday. Don't get used to that, though. The rainfall from the remnants of what could be Zeta at that point. Thursday, rainy, could be some heavy downpours, mainly south of New York City. A little bit of rain left over on Friday, potentially, and that could even be mixed with a couple of wet snowflakes to the north, depending on how quickly the cold air comes in. Good news is we clear out just in time for Halloween. Eyewitness News returns after the break.
This is more